All right, on today's video, we are back at the Crawford County Sportsman's Club, and today we are out here to do the review on the Bear Creek Arsenal BC-201. Now, we did do a full unboxing video on this BC-201. We went over all the specs and everything that comes in the box, and I will link that down in the description below. Let's go over what we're going to be doing with this today. We're going to test it out for reliability, and we're going to shoot five-shot groups with 5 different kinds of ammo. All the ammo we're going to be shooting today is CCI. So I've got some Blazer, Mini Mag, Maxi Mag. I do believe we have the Stangers, as 22 Pointster calls them, and one other type of CCI ammo. So we're going to shoot some 5-shot groups, and then we'll load a mag up with 10 rounds in it. We'll shoot it, make sure it runs reliably, and then we'll get into why I got this BC-201. All right, we got a target set up down there at 50 yards. Got a camera down there rolling on it. We're going to start out with our CCI mini mags. Now, these are the 40 grain target rounds. Got 5 rounds of that loaded up. We're going to shoot a 5-shot group at the top left target. Probably help if I put a round in it. All right, looks like we hit the bullseye. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take my glasses off, make this a little easier on me. All right. Looks like that one is touching that one. That one went a little high. All right. Looks like that one went a little high. Damn, that one went really low. And that wasn't me. So, yeah, we started out really good there, but that 4th shot, that definitely was not me. So, not liking that. All right, my initial thoughts after sighting this in and shooting the first 5-shot group, and I'm going to show you this gun is clear, no mag in it, nothing in the chamber. Let's talk about this trigger. Now, we talked a little bit about it in the unboxing video, and it's actually got a really nice trigger in it. So that is all the take-up there is. And then you got that nice clean break. And let me show you the reset on this. It's going to be kind of hard to do with my thumb, but right there. It's got a pretty short reset, but I really like that break, and it's not very heavy. I'm going to put a trigger pull gauge on this in the studio, and I'll put those numbers down at the bottom of the screen. All right, we're going to go ahead and shoot another 5-shot group at the top right target. Now, this time we've got the CCI mini mags. These are the 36 grain hollow points. I think at the beginning of the video I said Maxi Mags. I meant to say Mini Mag hollow points. I know better than that, but the Maxi Mags are for my 22 mags. All right, let's shoot a 5-shot group at the top right target. All right, we're a little high on those. It's a little bit of a faster round. Looks like that one hit a little low. Right outside of the bullseye. Little low. And it looks like we're right on the bottom of the bullseye. All right, that was it for that. All right, this time we got 5 rounds of the CCI Stangers loaded up. Now, these are a 32 grain hollow point. I'm going to go ahead and shoot these at the middle target. These might be off a little bit due to the fact of how light they are and how fast these rounds are. Now, these normally shoot pretty accurately out of just about anything I've shot them in. Let's see if they do in the BC-201. Get a little adjustment here. All right, center target, here we go. Okay, those shot way high. So we're just going to go ahead and keep aiming for the center target, and we'll see how well they group. That one was about right outside of the bullseye. All right, looks like that one might be a little higher than that one. All right. Not sure where that one is. Looks like that one's right outside of the bullseye. All right, there are the stangers. All right, let's talk a little bit about why I decided to get this BC-201 sent to the channel. That's because I plan on turning this into a bench rest 22. I've always wanted a Ruger 1022 to shoot off the bench at 50 yards, 100 yards, maybe even further. And that is what this is here for. This is going to be a project gun. Now, I'm not real impressed with the accuracy right now, but that's all right because Ron from Steel Valley Casting sent out a Shaw barrel, and I want to thank him for sending that out. I do believe it is a threaded barrel, so we should be able to put like a tandem cross comp on it just because it's going to look cool. And down the road, if I decide to get into the suppressor game, we'll be able to run it suppressed. The other things that I'm looking to do with this, we're going to change out the stock. I actually kind of like this Hogue stock, but I've kind of got my eye on a stock chassis type setup, which I'm pretty much sure that's what I'm going to go with. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe because there's a lot more coming with this. The trigger on this, like I said, I really like it, but I do want to put the tandem cross Manicore in it. I like the rotary safety on it, and especially with me being left-handed, these safeties suck for a left-hander. They do make a left-handed one. I can't remember who makes it, but I do have one in my Ruger PC carbine, so that you can get a left-handed safety if you want it. But I do believe I am going to go ahead and go with the tandem cross trigger. Now, as far as the glass goes, I love this optic. I've always been a big fan of this Viper, so this setup right here will stay exactly the same. I've got some really, really nice rings on here, and we're just going to leave this set up just how it is. All right, this time we've got 5 rounds of CCI standard velocity loaded up. This is another target round, and they are a 40 grainer. And we are going to shoot the bottom left target. Did it again. Forgot to load it. Okay, those shot low. Okay, yeah, we're shooting low with these. Hopefully we'll be able to keep them on the target so we can measure the group. All right. Looks like these are holding a pretty good group. All right. That might have been our best group yet. All right, I went down there and checked that group, and the CCI standard velocity was definitely the best. Now, I'm not going to know till I get home and edit the footage, but it looks like we got pretty much 3 in the same hole down there. I only see like 2 holes, and then the 2 other rounds beside it, but I can't honestly think we were that far off, so I'm guessing we put pretty much 3 rounds in the same hole. All right, this is going to be our last 5-shot group. Got 5 rounds of our CCI Blazer loaded up. These are just a 40 grain target round. Anybody that watches the channel knows that Blazer is one of my favorite rounds when it comes to 22 LR. And we're going to shoot a 5-shot group at the bottom right. Let's see if these will perform as well as that standard velocity. I should have put my ears in. Thankfully, it was only 22. All right, looks like we hit the bullseye there. A little top right of the bullseye. All right, looks like that one's pretty much touching that one. Just a little low of those two. All right, these are grouping halfway decent. Last shot. All right, there was the CCI Blazer. I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit. Looks like that's a pretty good group. All right, let's go over these groups. So we started out here with the CCI mini mags. Now these are 1-inch squares, and we've got 4 shots, all within about 1.5 inches of each other. But we had this one down here, which has pretty much made this, a little over a 2-inch group there, about a 2.5-inch group. So that's pretty awful. All right, then we moved on to the CCI Mini Mag hollow points. Now we've got all 4 of these hits, all within 1 inch of each other. That is a pretty good group, but we've got this flyer up here, so that screwed everything up. So now we're sitting at, with this one to that one, you're looking at about 2 1/8, 2 1/4 inch group. All right, now we move on to the CCI Stingers, and for some reason, I'm counting 6 shots here. I know this was one of the ones that went high. We got 3 right here and 2 here. So this is a terrible group. We're 3-inch group right here. All right, so now we move down here to the CCI standard velocity. Now we got a really good group here. We're talking 3/4 inch or less. And then we move on to the last group, the CCI Blazer. And wow, that is a pretty awesome group. We got 3 right across here, 2 here. Yeah, we're at about a 3/4 inch group right there. It's pretty awesome. All right, now what we're going to do is a reliability test. I've got 10 rounds of the CCI Blazer loaded up. This is a round that a lot of people will probably be shooting out of this. And then we're also going to do 10 rounds of the standard velocity CCI. Now what I'm going to do is just shoot at the middle target and see how this goes. Not really going to shoot for groups here. We're just shooting for reliability. All right, ran all 10. Nice. So far, this thing's 100% reliable. All right, this time we got our 10 rounds of CCI standard velocity in here. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to shoot at the middle target. Just going for reliability here. All right, one thing I want to show you real quick too is the mags on this. They do drop out freely. No problems there, and pretty easy to insert the mags. No issues. But yeah, not overly tight, and when you hit the lever, that mag will fall right out. All right, my final thoughts at the end of this first shots video. What do I think of the BC-201? I like this gun. It's got some flaws and it's got some pros. So let's go over the pros first. I love the way this gun looks. I like this big bull barrel, short, stubby look to it. It's got a great trigger in it. I think a lot of people who buy this gun will probably not end up wanting to change the trigger in it. This trigger's pretty damn good. Reliability wise, it's been 100% reliable today. We didn't have any light primer strikes on 5 different kinds of ammo. I shot probably 100 rounds through this today between sighting and in, the groups we shot, the reliability groups, and the intro videos, the B-roll that I shot today, and I did make some other videos for social media. So I got about 100 rounds through it today. Now I did clean this gun before I brought it out. I did run a bore snake through it and cleaned it up pretty good and kind of checked it to make sure everything was in spec and everything's fine. Now the factory BX1 mag they sent out worked great, drops freely out of the gun. I actually like the feel of this stock, even though I'm going to change it out, but I don't really think there's much wrong with this Hogue stock. It's pretty cool. And yeah, so those are my pros. Now let's talk about the cons. Accuracy. I really wanted this gun to be more accurate than what it shot today. That's why I brought out the precision turret. Shooting rest was to take away that operator error, but it just didn't perform as well as I wanted it to. I figured with this big old stainless steel bull barrel, I thought it would shoot a lot better than it did. Now we did have really good groups with the CCI Blazers and with the CCI standard velocity. Now, as far as me, I don't really care about the accuracy because, like I said, this is the building block for a project gun, and I'm going to be rebarreling it anyway. So if you're buying this gun thinking it's going to be a bench rest gun, it might not be. Now, we could test out a lot of better 22 ammo. There's a lot of match grade ammo that we could bring out and try. I just don't have any of that ammo. And possibly this thing would shoot better groups than what we got with the CCI Blazer. Now, as far as if you want to buy a fairly reasonable plinking 22 with a really good trigger in it, I don't think you can go wrong with this. We had no reliability issues with this whatsoever today. With the right ammo, it's definitely going to make a good squirrel or varmint gun. And it's very compact. It is a little bit heavy due to the barrel that's on it. And I've got this big, huge scope on here. But with a smaller 3-9 scope or an LPVO, this would just be a really cool gun to carry in the woods. And like I said, it was 100% reliable. So do I recommend the BC-201? I do recommend this gun, depending on what your expectations are. If you're looking for a bench rest budget 22, I don't know if this is the one for you. If you want a reliable plinker or varmint gun or just a nice little short woods gun, I don't think you can go wrong with it. So I really want to thank Bear Creek for sending this out to the channel. And like I said, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because we got a ton more coming out with this. And we're going to have a lot of fun with this project. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.